Welcome back to the channel. Just kidding. Dave's not here. I'm working on his car. What's new? So, actually, I am flashing it. We're going to do some polls tonight. David is stuck in Dallas. So, we're going wide open throttle tonight. Oh, yeah. And here we are. Loading up the tune. Takes a couple minutes. I guess Lund did his magic. So we are about to actually do some wide open throttle polls. I got someone coming over to help me. They're going to hold the camera, and we're going to try to get some footage while David's not here. Poor David. Maybe I'll send this to him.
What year is this thing? 2019?
18.
2018, whatever. So this is what a 2018 Mustang looks like. All in one piece. Before you go out of town and leave it with your friends and tell them to do a top speed run and check the tune. Yep. Sorry, David. Should have picked better friends, buddy. We're going to have some fun. I know I'm excited. All right.
Here we are in David's Mustang.
This is a Mustang.
It's a Mustang.
I don't ride in Mustangs.
Well, so we warmed it up. We're sitting in the parking lot. Lund, for the data log, still wants the step test and idle test. So we're going to sit here. We're going to let it idle for a couple minutes. We're going to hold it at certain RPMs, and then we do a slow pull from like 2,500 to 5 grand. And then we do the wide open throttle pull. So hang tight. Could be good.
Let's just take it straight to 8,000.
I bet it'll be fun. Okay, so data log, config.
David, that's not a street car, sir. All I hear is fuel pump and wind noise. Not a street car. Throwing that out there.
Okay, so how do you start this?
I don't know.
I don't know either. There it goes. I think it's going. All right, so it's logging. We got to sit here for like a minute or two. Maybe 30 seconds.
How you turn the camera around?
Around? I don't know. Good question. How do you turn the camera around? I guess you have to stop and then flip it. I don't think you can flip it while you're going.
That's retarded.
Yeah.
Your fancy iPhone's retarded.
Sorry. All right. That's pretty good. So,
I'll do this old school. I got this.
Those fuel pumps are kind of noisy.
I told you.
Are they leaking?
David installed it. They might be leaking.
David, what'd you do here, buddy? Those are noisy. I wonder if we're low on gas. No, I mean, it's got almost a half a tank.
You know what would make a really good vlog video? A street race, like first time out.
I think it would. Okay, so that's probably long enough idle. So now we're going to hold it at 1,500. Kind of hard to hold it at 1,500. Oh, there we go. I got it. So I think this is for Lund. He like uses this to check out the air fuel. I don't know. Okay, so then you let it come down. Let it idle for 5 or 10 seconds. It's kind of a boring process. Just hang with us here. We're getting there. David's stuck in Dallas. Sucks to be him. Okay, so now we hold it at 2,500. In case you're wondering, I'm sure some person out there is going to go, your check engine light's on. It's a O2 sensor code. Lund knows about it. They're working on it. They're going to have it fixed for the next revision. But it's on, so... But we've already checked the codes. That's the only code that's on. No other problems, so we'll be fine. So last one, we do 3,500.
That's not 3,500.
I'm trying.
Turbo supposed to be smoking? Should have bought a precision turbo.
He's kidding.
Precision. Not China.
It is a precision.
Sure.
It is.
Sure.
Okay. All right, so we did those. So now we put in drive, or our sport mode, and then we have to turn traction control all the way off, and we're going to do some slow pulls from 2,500 to 5,000 or so. So advanced track is totally off, and here we go. Third gear. All right, so slow pull. Okay. So he wants a couple of those, so we'll do another one. Bumpy ass car.
That's a bumpy ass road.
It is bumpy ass. Okay. So that one was third gear, so we'll do a fourth gear one. Okay. So now we did the fourth gear one. So now it's time to go wide open throttle on David's car. Lund wanted us to do it in fourth gear, 2,500 to 5,500. I'm gonna be watching air fuels. Yeah, and we're just gonna go for the best. Where do you think to go, Brady? I could go left and hit on. Oh, is there a train going right now? There's a train. Never mind. Let's go straight. Yeah, okay. Give me a sec. We'll get there. We gotta find a safe place in Mexico to do a wide open throttle pull. Listen to that turbo, bro. Sounds so good. Oh yeah.
Maybe we need to do a burnout to warm up the tires.
It is kind of chilly out tonight. Like, it's not a bad idea.
I think we need to do a burnout.
So coolant temp's good, air inlet temp's good. I mean, all the temps are good. Air fuel's good, cruising around. Everything looks really good. It's driving really good too. I'm pretty happy with where it's at.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My voice is shit right now. I'm actually sick. Traveling over the weekend to Wichita Falls and then to Maryland and not sleeping because of Travis McNutt. Yeah, it's finally wearing on me. So, you're gonna have to deal with my voice, but I wasn't even gonna vlog this, but we've made like some huge strides in the tuning aspect of the car, and I really want to take you guys along for that. And I feel like absolute shit right now, but when your tuner sends you a file, you want to go log it. Like, I'm really excited to see what this car can do. And so he sent me a file this morning. I think we're on like revision 5, which honestly isn't that bad. So I really wanted to put it in the car and see what we can do, especially because he told us to turn up the boost. So I'm really excited to do that. I never actually made a video on the lower boost settings, and we did the live video, which you guys should go back and watch. I left the live video up because that was like the first time we ever did pulls on, like, I think it was 5 to 6 PSI. The problem is that the boost controller is falling off at the top, so there's some settings we got to mess with tonight in the boost controller, and we got to figure that out. But it pulled like crazy. I mean, maybe I haven't been in a fast car in a while, or maybe I'm just used to driving the car at 500 horsepower or whatever it makes, 480 stock with the 85 tune, but holy crap, that shit was crazy. Plus, when you're on stock tires, everything seems fast, I guess. But anyways, it was really cool to finally feel boost in the car, because what had happened is Brady and Joseph went to do some pulls in it, and you guys will see that vlog right before this one. But what actually ended up happening is we had the boost reference line ran on the side of a vacuum line that had a check valve, and so I wasn't getting constant pressure. So technically they were going and doing logs, and we didn't even have any boost. And these are just things you gotta find out as you go through the process. So small oversight by myself, and no big deal. Joseph got it fixed up, and we're finally making some boost pulls last night. And then in the live chat, on the live chat, we blew the upper radiator hose off. Like, just completely blew it off. Shit all over the cars, started smoking. It's crazy. So luckily, we were able to exit and then get to a gas station before the car started overheating. And then shout out to Brady for coming and meeting us with some tools. And we just put the hose back on, drove to Joseph's house, didn't get on it again. But I guess it's a common issue with that upper radiator hose being right there because of the heat and because we took off the stock connection. So if you guys haven't seen before, Mustangs have like this stock plastic, almost like a plastic coupler that has a metal clip in it. And we had to remove that in order to make the radiator hose turn a certain way to get it away from the downpipe. So we had to remove that, and we just had 2 worn clamps on there, and that did not hold it. So we're trying to game plan on how we're gonna get that to hold. We're gonna try some heavier dutier clamps, which I'm gonna go see if I can buy right now. We're gonna see if we can get some T-bolts. T-bolts are kind of hard to find in that small of a size locally, so I'll have to order those. And I also ordered a part from Power by the Hour, which is a big Mustang shop. If you guys don't know, YOLO Douchebag, he tunes out of that shop. But they actually came out with an adapter that is kind of like that plastic coupler, but it's actually metal, and then you attach your radiator hose to that. So that I ordered. It might not work though, because if it sticks out too far, the radiator hose will be hitting the downpipe. So I ordered that. Hopefully that works. If not, we'll have to game plan something else. But that's really only thing giving us big problems right now is that upper radiator hose. So hopefully it doesn't blow off tonight, because we're about to make some higher, not high boosts, but higher boost than what we previously were at. So I've got a tune for 9 to 10 pound pull, and I don't know if we'll go, if you guys don't know Coyotes that much, a lot of people are making a lot of power on like 12 to 15 psi. The valves start to float after that anyways, but they can make some 4-digit power on like 15 psi. It's pretty crazy. So I don't see us going too far above, like, I don't know, 10 to 12 psi. And last night I also had the stock tires on, which was scary as shit. You guys got to go back and watch the live chat. It was so crazy. But I have Kevin's Hellcat wheels in the back, which are the same lug pattern, and they'll have plenty of offset. They'll clear the brakes just fine, because they have to clear Brembos on a Hellcat. What I'm more worried about is how big they are. They're 20s. I think it's a 305, 35, 20. So I just don't have wheels and tires yet for the car. I did order an inexpensive set of wheels just to get me by for the meantime, so we can get the car rolling, but I don't have those in yet. So hopefully Kevin's wheels mount up, and hopefully they work, because we were literally going sideways, like Adam LZ drifting style, on these stock tires. Pretty scary. And Joe literally texted me today. He said, I am not riding with you on this 9 to 10 pound PSI tune with the stock tires. I said, Joe, quit being a bitch. So hopefully Kevin's wheels and tires will work, and we can go make some hits on some like 9 to 10 pounds. And we'll see if we can get the boost controller figured out, and see if we can get the boost to hold up. So I'll see you guys over at Joe's. All right, so there's the Hellcat wheels. They actually look pretty good on there. They just stick out a little bit. And they're 20s, but Joe, thoughts?
It's traction. After you almost killed me last night.
You know, I told someone, I was like, yeah, Joe says he's not going to ride in the car if we do 10 PSI pulls on the stock tires. I'm like, Joe, of all people, said that? It must be pretty bad. I was like, yeah, it was that bad.
It was 6 pounds and it was pretty bad.
So we're going to go see if we can get the boost controller set up correctly.
$5 to clean your windshield.
I feel like I'm on the border. So, Joe tightened this hose as tight as we can get it. Hopefully it stays on for tonight. We've got a permanent solution coming next week, so we'll get that fixed next week, but we're hoping it holds just for tonight. And then Joe cleaned up some of the vacuum lines from last night, and we're about to make some pulls.
Little baby boost passed. Baby boost.
Ready?
I'm ready. Oh boy. I'm ready when you are. 4th gear, 3rd gear? 4th? 3rd? What have you been doing? 3rd. Okay. Alright, we've been playing around with it. We're going to try a little shift pull real quick, see how it does. I'm holding on for my dear life.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Seems a little late. Whoops.
She's making some power.